Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So this is a part 2 to the first reading I did about the Nicola Bulley case. So if you haven't seen that reading, you might want to check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. I'd just like to start by thanking you all for your insight and comments on that first reading. It was really helpful, actually, some of the things that you noticed in the reading that I also then noticed after the reading as well. And more information has come through since. That's why I've been guided to do this second reading. I do have to just say now as well that I've just had a very emotional channeling with Nicola. Where I tried to sort of get more information. Yeah, I'm still quite emotional right now because I was really getting that from her. So at the moment, she's still quite sad and tearful, quite angry about what happened. But, you know, I was getting tears come to my eyes as I was connecting with her. I've taken down some notes here, so please bear with me as I just want to relay some of the things that came through. One thing she just said to me was no note. Just heard no note. And then I've pieced it together because I believe there's been some talk that she took her life, and that's been presumed for a number of reasons. Now I've pieced it all together, by the way, because I'm a bit of a detective with this sort of thing. Also, with these channelings, kind of like police investigations, it takes time to put everything together, you know. Sometimes it's very clear, sometimes it takes a while. With no note, she was telling me I wouldn't have not left a note for my children. Yeah, so I'm getting very emotional again as I say that. She wouldn't have done that. She really wants to get that message across. She wouldn't have, even though she was at a low point in her life, that is true. She did have some mental health concerns. That's where I feel the police and the media have put those two together. You know, that she had some mental health issues, so, oh right, yeah, she must have taken her life. But she was quite a strong soul. Someone mentioned in the comments that there was a welfare check at her home 2 weeks before she went missing. I didn't know about that. So again, I've tried to channel what happened there, and overdose came through from Nicola. But then she said she stopped herself. Her children, you know, came into her mind. She was very low. She's not denying that. And I believe she called for some help. And that's where the welfare check came through. So there will be some records on that. But that's, you know, that's what came through with that. And that's why the beginning of the last reading, you might remember, the first two things I heard with doctor, cry. And now since some more has come through, because I was starting the reading, nothing else came through on that till after that reading. But she's now told me, yes, she went to the doctor because she was at a low point. I believe she was prescribed some pills, possibly antidepressants. Someone mentioned, again in the last reading in the comments, health concerns. She had some tests. But, excuse me, but what I'm hearing is that she went there for support. So she was kind of reaching out, but she was keeping to herself the reason for this. And the reason, again, has come through, was finding out about an affair. Okay, you've probably noticed these cards. I was guided to take these cards out today. I'm going to use the same cards as I used last time as well, plus 2 other decks. These are some Angels and Ancestor Oracle cards, and I can see why I was guided to pull this deck out. Everything happens for a reason, because as I was just shuffling them, I noticed this one card upright. This was the message for this reading. I'm getting shivers here. Trader. So I'm immediately getting, with a hand on the heart, a business contract with this person, with this partner. And that's also what just came through in my channeling. Yeah, there was some sort of contract between them. Remember in the first reading as well, lawyer came out. And I did say there was something legal there. So that's coming through again. And I've just got the motive as well of this crime come through in my channeling. And yes, it was money. The motive was money linked to a contract, so that person could claim assets from that contract. That's what we're getting here. Sorry, I want to sort of relay what's come through before we get anything else, okay? I asked about the perpetrator of this crime, just to sort of get a profile, as investigators do. Now, the first word that came through was sadistic, cold. Then I heard high. So I believe this person takes drugs. Careless as well, because this person's left some DNA, some evidence, which I'll mention in a moment. And then Nicola was saying, loser loses. So loser, 2 meanings. Loser, she's really angry towards this person, but also he's the loser, he loses. The outcome I've got from this case is he gets taken down, loses everything. That's what I heard in my channeling. So that person might think they've won right now, but they haven't. That person has an account overseas as well, that came through. So they could be like hiding some money there. Okay, let's just take another one of these cards actually. I'm just being guided to do so right now. This is all very organic, as you can see. I just do it as I'm guided to do different things. So any other message from Spirit? Okay, that one wants to come out. She-wolf. Now this, I'm getting shivers again, this links with the last reading where I felt nighttime energy when things took place, when Nicola's body was moved. Mountains, wow. Now this is quite interesting because this is also the energy Nicola was in. She was really coming out of herself and standing her ground, it says here. She had some obstacles for sure, but she was very strong, as I was feeling. But another thing is the outdoor link here that's coming through in terms of where this happened. Now, I also, after the last reading, quite soon afterwards actually, I had a vision of what happened, a bit more about sort of what happened to Nicola. I was seeing her taken down a path, and there were trees around, so it was outdoors in the countryside. And there's a piece of evidence, I really hope someone will investigate this. A blue rope was dropped, either on the path or beside the path. That could be the evidence, you know, that brings this crime to an end, like closes the case, because there's some DNA on that rope. I mean, someone asked in the last reading, I think, why was she not found tied up? Well, of course, you know, that was all removed, but the person was careless. I was going to say evidence there. Careless with the evidence. And I was feeling careless for this person. So that's out there. Also, I can see in my mind's eye where it is. There's a bend in the river, which is where the body was placed. Beside it is a tree. And to the left of that, wherever there's a path, that's where the rope is. I mean, if anyone wants to bring me a map, you know, I'd be very willing to help here. But I really hope that is investigated. Also, I asked if there was any other evidence, and tracksuit came through. So this person was wearing a tracksuit. I'm getting black as the colour, and there's some DNA, maybe blood, on that item of clothing. So again, that might be found. There's a link with the rope there as well, I feel. Yeah, also a lot of you noted in the last reading, which I noted afterwards as well, that dry came out in the letters, which again is showing us it happened on land, the crime, that is. Yeah, also, I'm just being guided to say now something Nicola really wants me to say that came through. She said, "Tell my children I love them." I got so many emotions when that came through, tears in my eyes. So yeah, she's still really sad about that. I'm getting shivers now. Okay, also you might remember in the last reading, house came out in these cards. And I don't feel it, again, I feel it, I'm seeing outdoors in terms of the place of the crime, not indoors, but I do believe it was near a house, so a house in the countryside. So let's just see anything else on the place. Yeah, I mean, we've got outdoors, we've got an energy here, male, potentially. But again, there is a female who was involved or knows about this. There was, yeah, also there was an altercation. This is when Nicola stood her ground. This is what instigated the crime. You can't make this up. We've got infantilism. that careless energy that came through, I was also feeling, quite an immature person. So they've got some issues, like quite deep issues linked to their childhood. Very heavy energy for that person again. Cold. But yeah, I'm getting shivers because look, this child's crying. I mean, I just feel for her children so much. See, there's blue there. There's definitely, I keep seeing blue rope, as I said. That's where the careless act, will be brought to light. Wow, we got house again. Yeah, so again, now I'm feeling in this reading it was near a house, her house potentially. And then you see we've got the Chariot there, showing she was moved. Yeah, and there's two energies. So one person, this is the perpetrator that took her, but there's someone else there, that's a feminine energy, who saw it, who saw her taken away. So that person is also, is an accomplice, is guilty. These cards don't lie. These are like so powerful. Yeah, and this is Nicola's energy. It says inconstancy. She was very up and down in her emotions. She wanted to free herself. Wow, this lady's writing. Here, I'm getting shivers. Because this is linking to the no note that she was saying. She would have done that if she had decided to take her life. She might have been writing down, though, in a journal. Yeah, I'm getting a knot in the throat here. Yeah, she's saying that she was writing some things down, so that could also be evidence. Wow. Diary. Yeah. Wow, we've got a book here. Okay, now notice the male holding that book. So this perpetrator could have found that and they've hidden it. Okay, so there's a clue for anyone that wants to do some searches, if you can. Okay, yeah, another thing I'm just remembering from my notes is in the first reading, in the letters, the name Sam was the first thing that I saw, and then it said he. And again, some of you've been brilliant in the comments. You said that her partner changed his name, apparently on social media, to Sam. So there's more confirmation because, I'm not going to name names, obviously, in this reading. I do have to say this is for entertainment purposes. Just to make that clear, because some people got a bit antsy about me saying that, saying how can you say this is for entertainment? It's not, but it's for legal purposes that we have to say that. As in I'm not implicating anyone here, saying that person did it, that person, you know, didn't. Until evidence is found, then everyone is innocent, let's say. But I've lost my train of thought there. So Sam came out. So let's actually pull some more letters for this reading. See, anything else we get, you're all my assistant detectives in this reading. I mean, you know, so many words came out from that reading. Okay, so we've got P, H, sorry, they're a bit fiddly, D, F, V, I, U, M, A, X, N for Nicola, T, Z, and J. So I'm immediately noticing AM, morning. I believe that's when the crime took place, and also early morning, you know, night time, early morning, when the body was moved. I'm just remembering as well in my channeling, I saw a mobile phone. Now I do know that there's something around Nicola's mobile phone that was found, but that was planted, she's telling me, to make it look like she was in that area, but she wasn't. So glad I've just remembered that one. Okay, I'm noticing fun. This person, you know, childlike energy, likes to have fun, but is careless as well. I mean, you know, especially because drugs came through, you sort of lose your mind, don't you? Okay, wow, I'm seeing find, yeah, evidence, you know, find the evidence. Wow, I just got shivers there. Someone will find evidence, that is for sure. Whether it's someone out on a walk, I'm seeing that potentially. They come across something, so general public, or whether it's a team, you know, of investigators. Okay, we've got Max come out there. So I'm being guided to take a few more. That's interesting, these two are entwined. W, Y, it's like Y. I mean, you know, we haven't got the H, but a lot of people are wondering why. I remember in the comments a lot of people said that, you know, when there are children involved. I agree. Just got shivers there. Yeah, but it's that cold energy, you know, that is very hard to comprehend. A sadist, but unfortunately for those types, from my studies, psychology studies, they don't have a conscience. They do things for pleasure. They'll quite easily, you know, take a life, do things to people to hurt them. They'll go too far if they've got that sadistic personality that came through. Because that's the thing with sadism, you know, if you overstep the boundary, you can go too far. So that's really what I'm feeling here. This person like had this outburst. Okay, so we've got N, F and Q here. So Q for questions. Yeah, if any of you want to put any more questions or comments below this reading, please do, because, you know, you've all been so helpful, and I may even do another channeling. I mean, this doesn't usually happen, I've got to admit, with these cases, but I seem to have been assigned to this case. I'm really trying to do my best here. And Nicola actually said she's really pleased. She said she's pleased with the work. So I feel that's like, you know, the investigation, the work that I've done and the other psychics have done. We're all trying our best. I'm just noticing map. Yeah, I really do feel I need to get a map, or if anyone can, you know, if anyone wants to contact me, I could probably pinpoint, because I can see it in my mind's eye. I mean, if I went there, I could probably find it. Well, I'm in the UK. Maybe that will be my venture. Why not? So we've got man. Come out again, definitely, you know, we've got this masculine energy coming out. Van. Okay, so it could have been a van. I mean, it's definitely transport. Maybe this person has a van. Now I'm also seeing wind. With that, I'm just getting like the winding river that I was seeing. I was seeing it going round like that to the right. That's the area. There's also windy coming out here. So I'm feeling with that, the evidence could have moved. It's no longer where it was. But it's around that area. Also noticing hand, and I've just been drawn to this hand. So, you know, again, it was this person's hand that committed the crime, but also this person tried to extend the olive branch on that day with Nicola, make peace. And again, that's where she stood her ground, and this person went mad. Yeah, we've even got mad here. Wow, I've just noticed win as I moved the D. Win. There will be victory for Nicola. I just got shivers there, which is confirmation. She will win. also pin. So it's a really tiny piece of evidence, I feel. DNA is what I keep feeling. And I've just noticed DNA. Yeah. DNA will be found on the evidence that will bring this case to a close. That's amazing. Wow, we got so much from the letters there that, you know, that's confirming. But I do want to take some of these cards this time, my Lenormand, just for anything else that I might have missed or anything else you want to say. Okay, yeah, woman, see the woman's in the shadows, like we had there. So this woman's guilty because she knows. Lily, could have been an older energy, this female. Again, though, I'm getting outdoors there, the flowers. Yeah, flowers again. Now this is also indicating romance. So this is the partner, the person this male was having an affair with. Could be older than Nicola, or I feel they're both around the same age. Very, yeah, like alluring energy there, gets their own way. Okay, and I'm just being guided to there, like the rope around the flowers. Now here it's red. I was also seeing a lot of red, so it could be red. And ring again, so you know, a lot around this romantic affair here coming out. Again, air sign energy is coming out, and fire. Potentially. Doesn't matter too much about star signs really, but because it can be, you know, elements in their chart. Okay, so that's amazing. Rider. See again that link to the transportation. Nicola being moved. I mean, we've got the sun coming up, so yeah, very early in the morning, potentially. You can't make this up, fish. And lilies. I mean, lilies have come out twice, so maybe there are some lilies close by. And this is amazing because this looks like a rope, doesn't it? It's a snake in the grass. You know, sly. So this sly energy did this, moved Nicola's body, and they've left behind this evidence. So red now is coming through. I mean, as I said, I was seeing blue, could be something red as well, or it could be red. Sometimes in visions, where it can come through in like black and white, or, you know, it's not always clear, let's say. Yeah, you see we've got flowers coming out a lot here. For that outdoor energy. And this rope could be entwined, maybe like near a fence. I was seeing a path. Wow. I just got shivers there because of the imagery. I'm reading these intuitively more than sort of what they mean. You know, the cross on land and the sun. I mean, is that rising or setting? I was seeing it as morning in terms of when it happened. I mean, yeah, it's light, isn't it? So quite early morning, but yeah, dry land and then moved to water. I mean, you can't make this up. And we've got the evidence there, you see, on land that was left on the way to the water. That's amazing how we're seeing that. And the scythe has come out. This came out in the last reading, again highlighting dry land where this took place. Again, nighttime energy. It was dark, so very early morning, I would say. Yeah, when the sun was rising is when the moving happened. It's coming through again. Okay, do you want to just finish with some tarots or anything else? But I think we got the picture there, loud and clear. I'm getting shivers again. Yeah, see the house there in the distance. So near the house, and there's even water in this card. This card came out in the last reading, I remember, and this was like Nicola seeing this affair. But this person here, this feminine, thinks, you know, they both think they're victorious. We're seeing it there. They're not. 2 tens showing completion. This will come to an end. There will be victory. Yeah, see, here's the careless energy, the Fool, coming out. Carefree energy, you know, they just think they're fine now, they can hang back. See, there's something around money here. They've gained some assets as a result of what they did. But the Ace of Swords is showing there will be clarity here. The truth will come to light through evidence. You see, with the green around the sword, I'm getting shivers again. Because this is where I'm channeling the truth here. I know that this is very pertinent, but I'm just feeling evidence found outdoors, in particular with that card. Yeah, bottom of the deck, justice. There will be justice in this case. Another 10, you know, someone goes down. I think I said that before, he gets taken down. Ending, again, three energies here. And I'm seeing this is the evidence again. See there, someone holding up some evidence that they find outdoors. Wow, I mean, we keep getting the lilies as well. White flowers, lilies, brings justice. So it could be that it's like a field in the grass. Okay, everyone, I'm going to leave it there because I just got this really liberated feeling there at the end, this justice card and this evidence that comes to light. So I'm pretty certain with all these tens, there's even a 10 here. So many tens. 10, 10, 10, 10. 10 is about the culmination, ending. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in terms of what I'm saying. As I said, I may even do a follow-up if anything else comes through, because that seems to be happening. And I'm not even following the case at all. Online, TV, I don't listen to the press. My news comes from spirit. I know someone made a comment on that and said, how can you not see things? Well, I don't look. I don't watch the news, read the newspapers. So, you know, I have no need to. I have my own reasons for that. If you wish to, that's your own choice, obviously. But yeah, that's how I get this more clarity, I would say, with these readings, and that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I really hope you've enjoyed this channeling and reading. Let us know in the comments if anything else came through that you saw, in the letters in particular, or anything else that you hear out there. But remember, trust your intuition in terms of what you read. It's not all is as it seems. Thank you so much for watching. Much love to you all.